You're listening to The Humans We Are with Carola, episode number 3. Hello, my friends. How are you? So happy to have you back. I hope you're doing amazing and that you are loving the best you can the human that you are being this week. How is she doing? How is that human that you're being today doing? Just notice, don't judge her, trust that she is doing her best. So the topic that I wanted to talk about today is unconditional love. And the reason is because I think many of us have a core misunderstanding about what that really means and what it looks like, and that error gets us in trouble. What I've seen most people think it is, and therefore expect from themselves in their relationships with their loved ones, mainly kids, also significant others, is to love someone unconditionally is to love all of them, to love all the parts of someone else, even the parts that may bother us or annoy us or that we would like to be different, especially when it comes to their behavior or their reactions to certain things. And that's okay. However, that is not the same as feeling amazing about all the parts and aspects of someone else. So accepting all of someone else doesn't mean that you need to feel great about all of it. So when a person feels frustrated with their kid, for example, when they feel disappointed in their significant other, when they feel angry or sad or any other unpleasant emotion, when they feel those emotions in their relationship with the other person, they make it mean that they must be failing at unconditional love. But loving unconditionally doesn't mean that you need to feel great about all of the other person. It's actually kind of like the opposite in a way, and I'm going to explain. It's allowing yourself to feel however you truly feel when you are in relationship with another person and still want to be around them, still want to have them close to you. So in a way, it turns the attention on yourself as opposed to being outwardly focused. And it allows for all the emotions that come up for you when you're in relationship with that person. It's about making yourself responsible for how you feel without needing them, the other person, to be a certain way or change to avoid your discomfort. So, for example, let's say that your husband or your partner doesn't take their trash out and you hate that. You think he's lazy, or maybe he doesn't organize his time well, or doesn't respect you, or whatever, right? We make up all kinds of stories about things like that. And we feel bad about it. But at a different level, we know that we love them. You know you love him. And you think that if you really loved him unconditionally, then you wouldn't be bothered. Like, you expect of yourself that if it's really true that you love him unconditionally, you should accept them as they are and feel great about them all the time. We expect that we should feel amazing about the other person all the time if we want to believe that we love them unconditionally. No. You can feel bad and still want to be with them and love them. And I think, if you ask me, that is the biggest form of love, because you don't require them to change or be different. If you feel amazing about the other person all the time, of course it's going to be easy to be around them and love them. Anyone can do that. But if you feel bad about something that they do, or something that they don't do, or something that they do the wrong way, if you really hate something that they do, but you take responsibility for you and you don't expect them to try to change, or you don't try to change them so that you can get relief from your own discomfort, and you still want to be around them, that's unconditional love. You don't have a condition that you need to feel amazing about all of them so that you want to be close and around that person. The same thing applies to your kids. You can feel annoyed at them. It's okay. You're not a bad person or a bad parent if you do. You're just being the human you are. You don't require of yourself that you need to feel amazing about all of them, about all they do and don't do, or else you don't love them unconditionally, or you aren't a good mom. No. Your willingness to deal with your own discomfort and not make them responsible for your relief, that's the unconditional part. Even if you feel frustrated, annoyed, tired, disappointed, etc., you understand that it only means that you are being a particular human at that moment that doesn't like some of the things they do or the ways they are. You can change that if you want to, by the way. Like, you can get yourself to the place where you feel amazing about all of them, but you don't have to. You can still be a good parent, a good mom, a good woman, a good person, and you can still love unconditionally, even if you don't feel amazing about all of them, especially when you don't feel amazing about all of them and you still make yourself responsible for that and want to be around them. That's the best gift we can give someone, if you ask me. Being responsible for your own emotions, that's what unlocks your capacity for unconditional love. And that goes for you too, for loving yourself unconditionally. You don't need to require yourself that you act a certain way or be a certain way or think or feel a certain way, physically or otherwise, to want to be you, to want to be around you. So if this topic resonates with you, please let me know on Instagram. You can find me as at Fuertescarola, and you will find post for this episode. So please shoot me a message or comment or post any questions that you have about this topic. And if you enjoyed it, please share it with a human that you love and that you think might benefit from it. Help me spread the message. And of course, if you can leave me a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, that would be super helpful to help me and the algorithms show this show to more people. I'll talk to you most likely next week. And in the meantime, get curious and notice something that the human you are really likes that you hadn't paid attention to before. I recently noticed that I really, really like the sound of my pups when they're howling. Okay, so that's all for now, my love. Be more kind to yourself that you think you deserve today, and I'll talk to you next week.